So this week I wanted to talk about the selection of records that I picked up during the month of September. And starting us off is Emerson, Lake and Palmer's Works Volume 1. This is a simply fantastic album. It's a collection, but it's got, some of the best work by Emerson, Lake and Palmer, especially Fanfare for the Common Man. I really wanted it for that song. I absolutely love that song. I think that Keith Emerson did a fantastic job with this song, and I simply just can't wait to get listening to this record, because it's an album that your brain shuts off and you get lost in the music, which I think is great. And while I was there, I also picked up Volume 2, because why not? Got Volume 1, should get Volume 2. That way I can have stuff like Brain Salad Surgery. What else we got? I Believe in Father Christmas. And the Maple Leaf Rag, which is a very interesting song. Keeping up with my love of 80s music, or 80s pop, whatever you want to say, I picked up REO Speedwagon's High Infidelity. I think anybody that enjoys some REO Speedwagon loves this album in particular, because this is the album that would have all of the biggest hits, like Keep On Loving You and Take It On the Run. Simply fantastic album, beautiful piece of work, and I can't wait to give this one a spin. Now this one's a little interesting. This one, my dad's had this on CD for years, but I've never been able to find a copy on vinyl, just because it's so rare, and they never really repressed it. If they had repressed it, I would have picked it up ages ago. And that is Jeff Wayne's musical version of The War of the Worlds. This is one of my favorite progressive rock or symphonic rock, depending how you look at it. It's one of my favorite albums of that variety, and there's so many tracks on it that I love. There are so many talented musicians, from the Moody Blues, from Thin Lizzy, from Manfred Mann, that got together and helped Jeff Wayne on this album, and it comes together and creates this absolutely wonderful album. And if you have never listened to this, I highly suggest you give it a try. And then I did something a little abnormal for myself, I'd say. I picked up some 45s. I went downtown with a friend, and we went to the local used record stores that I normally go to, and he made the suggestion, you ever look through the 45s? And I said no, but I figured I was there, I might as well. And then one of the first things I find is Phil Collins' In the Air Tonight. And everyone knows I love my Phil Collins. And this is the single version, which, if you don't know, is different from the album version, or the one that you'll hear in general nowadays. This version of the song features drums all the way through, so it kind of creates this sort of different tone, this different pace to the song that you don't get on the album version. So it's really nice to have this essentially original version of the song before the album came out. Side B is The Roof is Leaking, which, just like The Roof is Leaking on the album. So fantastic song. Another one, Genesis, Paper Late. Paper Late is a fantastic song from the Abacab sessions. I kind of wish the song was on Abacab itself, but what can you do? I think it's a great song. Side B, as you might recall, and that as well is a great song. These two songs, as well as Me and Virgil, were included on the Three Sides Live. Those three songs were originally released on the 3x3 EP that I think was a UK exclusive. I can't remember, but they eventually released all three of those songs on the fourth side of Three Sides Live in North America. So, but I have Three Sides Live, but to have the single version is kind of cool. Nothing different about it, it's just cool because I don't really have a lot of 45s. Next one is my favorite Genesis song. That'd be Misunderstanding by Genesis. Fantastic song. It was basically the number one song of the summer in 1980 here in Canada. And then side B is Behind the Lines, which is the opener to Duke. Fantastic song as well. Absolutely love this song. And then finally, getting 45s, if getting them wasn't abnormal enough for me, then this one is definitely abnormal. I grabbed Boney M's Rasputin. It's a fun little song. Everyone loves Rasputin. Side B, you've got Rivers of Babylon, so why not? I thought that was pretty good. And that is it for this month's haul. I also picked up the Notorious B.I.G.'s Ready to Die, but I already did a separate dedicated video to that album just because I wanted to show that off because it was such a cool looking album. So if you haven't seen that video, check it out. It'll be in the card to here, not to here. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you aren't subscribed, please subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks.